Hey folks, it's Ardwolf. We're back in Gloria Victis with episode 4 of our Let's Play experience, and we are engaged in a search for consumable ores. This is a level 11 sailor. Who went down like a total bitch. But I think that's a recipe. Let's look at that. Shit. I already know that recipe. We have to go back to town. That's disappointing. I'm out of inventory space. So even if I found stuff, I wouldn't be able to use it right now. So let's check the map. I think this is our town up here. So server seems to be in not awesome shape in terms of responsiveness at this time. We have rain. That's cool. Wheat. Okay, cool. I haven't seen wheat before. Is this a farmer? It's a is it a farmer? Yep, it's a farmer. I don't have to kill him. Jumping also works poorly so far. So if you're not aware, it says this in the description, and I have mentioned it in the previous episodes as well. This is an early access game. If you are uncomfortable buying an early access game, I will totally understand. But if you want to find out more about this game and see if it's worth keeping an eye on, this Let's Play series might be something you're interested in. We got like a friggin' chalet up there or something too. Oh, this guy might have something to give me. Evidently not. So if you are uncomfortable with early access, then you know, this is definitely a game you might maybe not want to buy right now. I felt like I was comfortable buying it because I would like to support the kinds of development teams that are doing these kinds of indie MMOs that bring new features to MMOs, but at the same time bring modern sensibilities to MMOs. So I don't even know what we're gonna be able to sell here. Let's see. These buckles, I'm not sure if I'm gonna get any use out of those or not. I need to keep the axe. There's more flax. There's clay. A bucket. So you know, there's there's recipes that require this stupid thing. This beer we can get rid of. So I need to find out if this guy's got bags, because oh, we can sell this recipe too. Is it giving me? Yeah, there it goes. The mouse wheel, scroll wheel does not work on these, by the way, which is irritating. I think we might need to find that tailor again. This is the guy I've been going to because he's convenient. He's right inside the door. So the shabby responsiveness of the server, I think we could probably chalk up to early access too. And it's been commented on in the chat by the players. I am seeing a fair amount of chat going on though, so, and that's encouraging. Now this is I picked this up today, but it's on sale, so that may be affecting the number of people coming in. That's pretty plausible. That's just the way out. Put this weapon away. I'm walking around with an axe out like a dick. There is collision with the NPCs, which is nice. That's a townsman. That's another townsman. Here's the way up the path here. Now, I guess I gotta look at going up here. I've got the money for more shit. What the hell happened? I've got the money for more bag slots. I just don't have the actual bags. And the tailor, the leatherworking guy, at least doesn't have the recipe for bags that I can actually make. So we're having some problems here. Level 80 Huscarl. Jesus. Okay. So I thought I said that the level cap appears to be 50, and that hell might even be correct. But apparently this level 80 guy's going on. So let's see here. So let's look at F2, because I don't know what that is. Well, that's interesting. I don't know what gives you glory offhand. Maybe this is something I can look up. But apparently I've done better than some people, I guess. This is the Ismir, the nation, your profile. Let's see. Glory level 1. Well, that ain't me. Neighboring. Oh, so this is just the neighboring players. All right. So anyway, achievements. Okay, there's achievements, which are tied to pretty much the same things that I've been looking at. Oh, look at that new level. I got a whole level out of that. Holy cow. Is there anything here I could take apart? Maybe? That's a buff. 40 shit. Now that I'm not doing that stuff. Bonus earned reputation. But you know what? Bonus crafting chance. Okay, that's something I'm not really observing. That... I'm just consuming all this stuff. Because I don't have the inventory space to deal with it. Thin shaved hide. Okay. Let's look at recipes for this thing. Kite shield. Okay, that's interesting. So we may end up with a shield at some point. I have this notion that I'm going to be mostly a missile guy. But before I can be a missile guy, I've got to get some friggin' bag space. Because I'm dying for bag space here. Ragnar the Weaponsmith. Okay, that's intriguing. I didn't actually want to pull that up. Rodwig the Armorsmith. So I guess now I know where all the rest of the crafters are. This guy's not just a generic townsman dude. This guy is Bjorn. I am, however, positive that the tailor wasn't up here. So this is interesting that we have this stuff. So we're going to now test, I think, the falling damage mechanics. I don't want to fall somewhere or I'm not going to be able to get back to where I need to go. So there's actually more to this town than it looks like there is, actually. Oh, look at that! Nice! Falling damage! Awesome! I mentioned in an earlier episode that I like to see things like falling damage and fire damage if you stand in a damn fire. I like that because I think it adds to the sort of world feel of the world. So I am always happy to see that. A depressing number of MMOs. I was playing a little bit of Elder Scrolls Online, which I really haven't played that much of, but the other day, and I'm like, I'm standing in the fire. Why am I not on fire? I should be on fire. I wanted to be on fire, and the game would not set me on fire. Okay, this is interesting. Get a little overlook here. So there's a mountain nearby, or what? A mountain-shaped object, anyway. So, yeah, we're getting hung up on every damn thing in here. I think that's the server responsiveness issue. So here's a... God damn it. That is a rubber banding issue right there. So is the idea that I need to jump to get up here? So it looks like that is a item you can, or a chest you can do something with, but it doesn't seem to be selectable, so I'm not gonna monkey with it with this Mickey Mouse ass jump system. So we're looking for the tailor. So there's going to be a 35 minute, roughly 35 minutes until a server restart. Christ knows the server could use a restart at this point. When I first hopped in, I think you saw in the first episode, if you've watched that responsiveness I thought was pretty decent, and now it's a dog. Now I did turn all the settings up too, so that may be a factor. I'm still looking for this damn. So there's a sign. There doesn't seem to be anybody in there. This is just a generic dude. Generic dude. So, yeah, if I was involved in a PvP thing right now, I'd be unthrilled at all this lag. So, I have mentioned in the past, and I think we will, if I keep playing this, we will get to it eventually, that there is a significant PvP element in this game, and there's already quite a bit of PvP happening. There are some areas that are considered safe and other areas that are considered not safe. I am not sure if I've been in a non-safe area or not. I don't know what the queue is to tell me whether the area I'm in is safe or not. I haven't noticed a pop-up that says I'm not in... oh, let's see. What about this guy? Show me your goods, merchant. Small bellows. So this is a 4-slot bag. We just have the recipe for the bellows too, which I didn't see this over in the leatherworkers stuff. I got more than enough money for this. And I don't want to like click 10 times on it and end up with 10 of these fucking things. There it is. Okay, so we know that now. So now let's look at the crafting window. So this is, I believe, a tailoring and leatherworking recipe. Right? Maybe it isn't. So we learned the recipe. And now I'm looking for it and I don't see. Here it is. So this is, we have a level. We need tanned leather. Leather thong and flax threads. So to get leather, we need a bucket of water and quicklime. Where you get fucking quicklime? I have the vaguest idea. Does this guy have any? You just have a bucket of water. And this is a 6-slot bag or 8-slot bag, I think. No, look at the bellows actually. It's an 8-slot bag, so it's the same thing I currently have. So I believe I have. Let's see. Scavenger butchering. I have a dead scavenger. Let's deal with that. Okay. Roasted poultry meat and roasted venison. So let's make that. I got plenty of wood billets here, so I like this enough that I think I'm going to stay in until they throw me out. And I don't know. You can see the server going red here. I don't know if it's going to keep my interest. But right now I'm finding it quite interesting. And I'm like I said, I'm particularly interested in seeing how this crafting system matures. Meat of poultry. Okay, so we'll just create them all. Screw it. Okay. I've got so many wood billets that I think it doesn't matter. Although I'm burning 11 of them every time I make one of these things. Okay, where's that merchant? Where'd you go, merchant? Alright, so let's see, crafting again. So it may be that I just have to keep looking for this stuff. There's buckles. Weapon forging, we appear to have a basic selection of weapons. The Wanderer's Bow, okay. Oh, I see. So this chance is actually affects the quality of the item. That's kind of cool. I like that. I think there needs to be a little more visual cue on that, but you know, that's okay. Simple Bardiche. Here it is. This is a pole arm, 84 damage. It's actually less than the Wanderer's Axe, the two-handed axe I'm using now. Now, it also seems like these weapons go up where you get this plus that adds up after a while. So I'm going to go through this more or less in order here. Mining and metallurgy, not a lot I can do with this yet. But I can make quicklime from calcareous rock, or calcareous rock. That's interesting. It's interesting that I need like quicklime for almost everything. So what I'm not seeing is a recipe for... So we have a recipe for flax threads, but you would think that would be here, right? You would think if I could make that... Let's talk to this guy. Again, this is the same guy. You would think if I could make that, that would be the where the recipe would be. I'm just going to buy this other bag. Screw it. That was not the game making that noise. Twine threads. Oh, look at this. So I have this. Let's buy that. Let's close this. And let's equip this thing right here. So at least we have a little bit more space for now. Let's learn these. So that gives me the flax threads. Where'd the damn merchant go, man? Dude keeps wandering off. Doesn't he want my money? Doesn't he want the sweet, sweet money? So, what does he have for bags? Just the small bellows. So we're looking for hemp processing. Lime. So we have all of this. If I do, that probably means that I have everything there. We have that already. Crystals grinding, okay. Lime mortar. Iron ore smelting in bloomery. Alright, is there anything else I can sell to this guy? Because I'd really like to sell some of this stuff. Get rid of this wine. We'll keep the roasted meat because at least it's stacked together. I think we're just going to sell this. I don't know that I have a use for it at the moment, and I certainly don't have the space for it. Let's repair everything. We'll repair all. It's pretty cheap. I'm up to 24 what I guess are iron pieces. So I think let's look at how much free inventory space we have. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 there. Nothing there. So we have 10 free inventory slots, which is not a ton. But I think I'm going to actually buy this for 5 iron. Let's look at that real quick. So hold on a second. I want to verify that this is in fact iron. So right now I have 24. And okay, so that is iron. The tooltip does not tell me what that is. Okay, so now we're going to head out and we're going to go in search of ore. I have a pickaxe already, so I should be able to mine stuff. You know, look at this thing. I wonder if there's going to be ore around the base of this big cliff. So I've been trying to go to the sort of hilly areas. And there is what looks like a crafting node hung around over here. Not the world's greatest looking waterfall, that's for sure. Here's some oak. It's interesting that my engineering went up from chopping the wood. I don't feel like I'm missing the wood nodes, that's for sure. King Bolette. I don't know what that is. I might sell it, but right now I'll take it. Why not? So you see how this cliff face looks just a little bit different. That seems to just be an artifact of the texture rather than indicating anything. Server resets at 8:40. It is currently 8:25. So I'm going to give myself till the end of the episode here, which is about 7 minutes from now, to find some ore. This guy is a young robber. So this is actually the first area I went out to when I started killing stuff. So I don't know if this guy will aggro on me or not. Evidently somebody did. What the hell was that? I don't know what that's all about. So now there's a piglet. This would seem to be the ideal terrain in which to find ore, or close to it. All NPCs appear, as far as I can tell, to behave the same too. As far as I can tell. So we are, I think, going to take a look at killing some of these pigs. Okay. Oh, and I think you will like poison yourself if you eat this like meat raw and stuff, which is sort of neat. Still not seeing anything. We do have another reward, so let's take a look at that. And what's this thing? It means we have an ability point. Okay, so let's put that here. And now indeed we unlock this, which I guess we'll take Brute. I am not fundamentally a ranged attack sneaky guy as a player. But in this type of game, it appears to be a type of thing I enjoy doing is attacking from range and being like the archer guy. Now, and of course, some games that works, and some games it doesn't. Offhand, insofar as I played the character, I always found the EverQuest 2 Ranger to be very, very boring, for example. So we're into the mountains here, or at least some hills. So I think we are going to call this episode concluded. What is that? Is that a guy sneaking around? Or is that somebody that's like a ways away? I don't know. I'm gonna log because I'm gonna let the server reset too, because obviously it needs to. So I'm gonna come back to this in an hour or two. So Gloria Victis, early access. My opinion is, bearing in mind that it's early access, my opinion is pretty favorable so far. I like what I see. I see a lot that is not finished, frankly. But I think there's a lot to like here. If this thing matures as I think it could, and again, I may have more to say about that later, then I think this is a game to keep your eye on. I like the kind of hands-on, maybe mild survival angle of this type of thing. So this looks like a safe-ish place to bail. So I'm going to bail here. I do want to thank you for watching. If you are finding this interesting, I figured out how to bind the weapons, by the way. If you are finding this interesting at all, then by all means subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned, get the updates. Leave me and comment in the comments below. I want to thank you again for watching. We'll see you next time.